right, I think we're rolling. Day 14, C1x development. Got a hard stop at 8 o'clock here, so we got about 50 minutes. Let's see what we can get done. In the last stream, I left off as this being my next step. So we need to determine if the round that so last stream we implemented a bunch of saving functions. We implemented saving ongoing rounds. So if you're in the middle of scoring a round, we implemented saving that so that if you close the app, open it up again, it's still there. And then we also implemented some files for storing all of the round information. So once a round is submitted, it's added to this file, and then that's what we're displaying based off of. When you go to these all stats views, that's what's showing up here. So we implemented some functions to save those. But right now in the app, there's a little bit of an overlap. So right now we can still have an ongoing round saved in the defaults and have that same round already completed and saved in our permanent file at the same time. So currently when the user finishes scoring a round and they go to round finished, we save it in that temporary structure. And then when they leave the round finished view, we save it in the permanent structure. So if the user closes the app while they're on the round finished view, is essentially the case we need to account for. Where both can exist at the same time. So as a part of this load current round, this is actually how I'm going to do it. Set state, is this how I'm going to do it actually? Is this how? Because I need to check if rounds to display, no, round IDs is what I want to watch here. If round IDs last is equal to round information dot. Now I can't do that, can I? I don't think I can do that. Because I won't have established a round ID yet. I'm not doing that until I'm saving it. So I can't do it based off of round IDs. So actually, what I'm going to do instead is on round information, we're going to make a constant here is round completed, save is equal to is round completed. On the scorecard, so when the round is over, if the round is over, I'm doing these save round to JSON. And pushing round finished. Okay, so here I'm going to create a quick void save round completed only bool is round completed void, and then here this set bool is round completed save. Okay, so then here we're going to add a save round completed only true. Otherwise it's got to be false. We're going to copy this down here as well. If round is over, round completed only is equal to true. Okay, here we're going to load. I actually need to create the variable. static var is round completed equals false. Round information dot is round completed is equal to get bool false. So when we launch the app, it's going to be false. It does not become true until the round is over. Then on our erase current round, we need to remove is round completed save. Okay. So is round completed becomes true the second that they go to round finished. So here what we actually need hold on, let me save round to JSON. So I'm saving the round at that point. Okay. The round is permanently saved. Saving user scores, saving the round to JSON. The only thing happening in round finished is me deleting the round. Erase current round. Yes. Okay, so here we can we can put this one at the top, is round completed. And then we can say if round information dot is round completed, and then here we can go erase current round. If it's not completed, then we'll load all of these in. And so if it's equal to true, we're going to erase the current round, which is then going to make this false as well. Is that going to work as intended? Let's test it. Let's test it. All right, so we've got to finish a round. Okay, and then we have to reset. So we get to the round finish view, then we reload the app. It does show resume. Okay. Print is round completed. Okay, so I think it is actually working somewhat. Just not as quickly as it would need to. I wonder if I make no. Let's try that again. Is round completed is equal to false, start round. Okay. So then we do our throw-ins. We reset here. It's going to print true, but it's still saying resume round. And I think the reason that it is because as the view loads, part of my function is already passing what do I call it? Where's the button? It's just down here, right? Yeah, start round button text. So I think I'm calling this this function already. So instead, actually, let's go ahead and pass. Well, I think maybe I just need to make this a different variable. Bool is round completed. If is round completed, then we're starting round, else. No, that doesn't work though. I think I need whole pars as well. List int. I think I just need to include both of them in this. If whole pars dot length is less than 2 and or is round completed. So that will be true for a round that hasn't started yet. If they get to round finished and reset, then whole pars will be greater than 2, but is round completed will be true. Once they finish that round and we erase it, whole pars will get reset. Is round completed will be reset to false. So then that should work. Oh, I'm getting there. I gotta pass the right value here. Round information is round completed. All right, let's hit reset. See how that works. All right, so I'm getting start round. We'll do the setup. We get to this. Now we reset the app. It's back to start round. Yeah, but see, when I hit it, it doesn't give me the setup. So I think we need to implement the same logic here. Is greater than 2 and that. Well, no, that's interesting. Because this should be running. Oh no, it printed false. I'm confused now. Let's try this logic real quick. Something's definitely not quite working. Easy. Reset. Is round completed is equal to true. If I hit start round, this pops up. Let's go to easy. Okay, that seems to be working. And important to note that the first time we went through this, the course is saving too. I just still, as I think I've said in every stream lately, I have those lines of code at the app launch that's just resetting the round saving files. So they're not loading here. Let's try it one more time. Start round. Main menu, let's hit refresh here. Okay, so I think this is working now. I think we've implemented this check. Clear the round information, saved in defaults, yep. All right, so that went fairly quick. And I think what I'll probably start doing now is these individual stat functions. calculate stats holder. There's a list. Stat totals. Other stat. Okay, so I had single round calculations, so I'm just passing that into this function. This is returning all of them. I did do a lot of this work already. So ideally the only thing left to do is going to be these. So we're going to start with these. All right, hit. So if par is less than or equal to 3, else if par is equal to 4, else if par is equal to how do I want to do this actually? This is excessive, I think. I think I want to account for a pars equal to 2 because I think that one's going to be different. If I even allow par 2s, I guess I will. All right, so if par is equal to 2, if shot sequence 0, and I want my scoring options. Let's get rid of all of this stuff, not needed at the moment. Don't even want that one. All right, scoring options, so putting locations is equal to all labels putting locations. Oh, I don't have scoring options. Stat, no. Scoring management, scoring options. Yeah, that's not the correct way to say this. If all labels dot putting locations contains shot sequence 0 or shot sequence 0 is equal to all labels throw in return true. Else for bar shot equals 0, shot is less than shot sequence this is not going to work quite as I think it's going to. Because there could end up being penalty strokes or let's go back to that scorecard. Update round score. Missed putt options. So I guess let me Let me just refresh this. Am I printing the shot data? No, I'm not. Or what am I printing? Oh, I am printing shot data here. All right, this is fine. Just because I want to be reminded again here of how this actually looks as I'm doing these stats. C1 fairway 0 to 11 feet. C1 okay, so here I would need to add a second stroke for penalty. If that were to happen, so it'd be nice to say is that, like, let's say this was a par 4. If you're inside C2, well, if you're par 4, it doesn't matter. I'm thinking ahead into like circle 1 and circle 2 in regulation, but that's not how this is going to work. All right, so if the par is equal to 2, let's build this out based off of each par, and then if I can simplify it, I will. But if par is equal to 3, if all labels dot putting locations, this is actually both, or par is equal to 3, because on a par 3 in disc golf, you have to be inside of circle 2 at least for it to count as a fairway hit. Disc golf fairway hit stat, just to confirm here. On a par 3, the player's first throw has land circle 2 or closer. Par 5. On a par 5, they may have one fairway hit and one miss. Okay. Is that how it works in golf? Fairway hit in golf stat. Touching the fairway after the tee shot on a par 4 or 5. I want a little more detail than that. This is not helpful either. We're just going to do a little web surfing here. So in golf, it's tee shot only. That a tee shot comes to rest in the fairway regardless of club. It is counting a second shot as a fairway hit is odd to me. I don't think I'm going to do it that way. I don't think I'm going to do it the way Udis does it here. So it's equal to par 2 or par 3. The first shot has to be either in circle 1, in circle 2, or a throw-in for it to be a fairway hit. If the par is equal to 4, or par is equal to 5. These are just going to be the same, actually. Or if I even have a par 6. Else, if, I mean scoring options. C1 static final fairway options is equal to C1, C2 fairway throw in fairway C1, C2 throw in. Yeah, that's it. if all labels dot fairway options contains shot sequence 0, return true, else we'll just return false. All right, I think that's fairway hit. Next, how to determine parked. Because the only time I'm asking for distance is after the putt is made. So maybe I need to ask. I think I need to ask before the putt is made, which is a real bummer. Oh, a real bummer. But I gotta do it. We gotta redo a lot of this. So much of this logic is gonna have to change now. Not on the undo button, at least. Oh, not on this. This is all fine. That's fine. Or that actually is probably going to make this a lot simpler, because now there's not a missing putts, making putts. It's just a, if you throw onto the putting surface, where did that disc land? So, or all labels dot putting locations contains last shot. More options, content. I'm passing all this information. Yikes. More options, content. All right. New 2 shots ago. Shot data. Add. New last shot. I think I just need to go update some functions first, and then we can adjust as needed. Update throwing from hole completed options contains the last shot, then we return -2. That's still going to be accurate. I think. So this is going to have to change. Hole completed options is just going to be basket or throw-in. all labels basket, all labels throw in. If whole completed options contains last shot. Yep. Turn false, update throw count. This is going to be the same thing. Return count. Whole completed options. Let me skip it. Put distance options. Distance options, yeah. Return more options, title, okay. Throwing from is going to be last shot, so if all labels dot putting locations contains throwing from, distance from basket. All right, return more options. Content. Lovely. Penalty's fine. Throwing from is equal to basket. No. There should be no missed put options here. That's essentially what I'm getting rid of. There is no update missed put options. So if it's equal to penalty, else if not throwing from is equal to basket. If all labels dot putting locations contains throwing from, then we return update putting option shown throwing from. Okay, on update putting option shown putting from. Yeah. Okay. This put options contains excuse me, for updating the round score for every shot if all labels dot put distance options. Okay, let's round over. Whole completion options, basket or throw-in, yes. Return user whole scores array. Undo last shot. I think these are all still okay. Okay, I'm gonna have some bugs to fix with this. Let's just hit reset here. Throwing 1 from the tee, throwing 2 from the fairway, distance from the basket. Okay, so returning more options, or not returning more options content. Update options shown we need to fix here. Did not we'll need to mess with penalty too. Let's do this one first. All right, option shown. Throwing from. If throwing from is equal to what do I pass to is last shot. And last shot is whatever was just selected. I see. Okay, so on update options shown, if whole completion options contains throwing from and putting locations contains 2 shots. Okay, so no, this should not be it. So this should just be if all labels dot put distance options contains throwing from. Let's hit a reset on that. Did not give me a choice to resume the round there. I'm getting sidetracked here. It's equal to false. All pars length is greater than 2. Man, it should be. All right, let's ignore that for the moment here. Confirm. C1 basket. Did not give me the right score. Did not give me the right score. Oh, that probably, I don't think I actually completed the hole, so that shouldn't have given me a resume round. Update round score. Length -1. And I was doing this because it was always going to count a distance at the end. Because that's what I was ending with, but now that's in the middle. I'm ending it with basket, so let's do that. Now I get a resume round. Let's go ahead and delete it. Fresh start. All right, fairway. C1 basket. That's par 3, so it's even. C1 here. Basket 1 under. C2. C1. Basket. Fairway. Rough. C1. Basket. Back to even. Throw in to 1. Throw in only gave me 1 under. Because I'm now counting the last shot. So I don't need this anymore. Resume. This should get me to 3 under. It got me to 4 under. Well, I was updating the whole round, so that was actually just correcting because it goes through every hole every time I update it. So 4 under is the correct score because it only gave me 1 stroke on the 5th hole instead of the 2. Okay, so I think that is cleaner. Let me test penalty real quick. That was something that I made a comment about. Easy, penalty. New lie after penalty, circle 1. And this was my concern. So once I hit throwing from circle 1, I need the pop-up on distance to basket. So scorecard. Else I pop it. Do I have to do another dialogue inside of it? Is that what I have to do? I mean, I hope not, right? But that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. If new last shot, all labels dot cut locations contains new last shot, else this is what I'm trying here, because I only want to dismiss that view if they're not putting from inside the circle. But if they get a penalty, their next shot is from inside of circle 1 or circle 2, then I want to just update the options. So we should just go up here. I'm adding it already. I'm just going to copy this. So we're going to go set state. This is actually going to be set more options set state. I think I need both of them. What the heck was that? All right. So if last shot is equal to penalty or putting locations contains last shot. So this should actually just be this. Contains last shot. Else we pop it. Let's give that a try. Let's give it a try. Start around. Let's score 1 normally here. Distance from basket, good. C1. Basket, good. Now penalty. Fairway. Throw in is a par, good. Now penalty. C1. It's not doing anything. More options, content holder. Outline button. Child, more options. Why is that not working? Maybe putting it inside of the set state is weird. Penalty C1. Why? Print running. Print more options content holder. It's getting an error there actually. I don't know why that's not what was popping up. $242. This is not working. It is running. Putting locations is not. Oh. I'm already doing this. Okay, now let me try this. Got a lot of indenting going on here. All right, let me try that now. All of this started just because I couldn't calculate the park stat. We've really gone down the rabbit hole here. Okay, this updates. It did not work, but it is updating. Running more options content is equal to this. Last shot. No, because I need to pass this. Come on. Come on now. Return more options content. I did fix this. I am only using throwing from, so we're going to get rid of these previous shots and 3 shots ago. I don't want that. New last shot. Thank you. New last shot. Thank you. Get rid of running. Let's go up here. I don't need 2 shots ago. And this is, I think, just in general a cleaner way to do it, which is not something I had the foresight to figure out to begin with, obviously, but a lot of my code is getting simpler as a result of implementing this change. All right. Make sure that was still working. Fairway, C1. Title did not update because I didn't tell it to. Important. Show dialog. I actually need that to be a function now. All right, so more options title is equal to distance from basket. All right, if undo is pressed, I was already not updating it. Already not updating it. Here I need a more options title is equal to return more options title. How did I update that one? Also just throwing from. Didn't use either of those. Lovely. That'll make this easy on me. Not throwing from, but this. Let's do this down here actually. Last shot. All right, and then down here we're going to go more options title. Setting it up there. And then within this, more options set state, more options title equals return more options title, new last shot. And now let's refresh this, and we might be fully working now. We might be. Let's not get too excited about it, but there's a chance. Fresh start. Easy. All right. Basket, 1 under, good. Penalty. New lie after penalty. We landed in circle 2. Distance from the basket, 44 to 55 feet. So our first tee shot was penalty. We're putting from circle 2. We missed that circle 2 putt from the drop zone. It was an island hole, so we're in circle 1 now. But it's basically a layup because we got scared of it, so we're parked for the bogey. Back to even. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now after all that, that's why this always takes a little bit longer than I think it's going to. I started trying to calculate stats. Got to the park stat and realized that the way that I was saving this variable down here was not going to work. And the way that I'm saving that variable is the process by which the entire round is scored. So we then had to redo the way the entire round is scored. But now we're good. I'm sure that'll be the last time I have to do that. So parked. No, stop that. Go away. All right. Yeah, obviously this is not true. So if it's a par 2 or a par 3, in order to be parked, your first shot has to land inside of the 0 to 11 feet. And the way that's going to happen is they're going to hit circle 1, and then they're going to select that distance. So if shot sequence 1 is equal to all labels.c1, and instead of these, I don't even want made putt short, I just want putt short. Putt medium. C1 putt long. C2 putt short. C2 putt medium. And C2 putt long. Alright, these will just go delete. Alright, so C1 putt short is going to be 0 to 11 feet. Let's make it explicit. Parked. Beautiful. So now is equal to C1 putt parked. Parked equals true. If not, we return false. And that's all we needed. That's all we needed to make this stat calc work. So this is done. Just because I know that I'm going to have to stop here in just a minute. Probably just right after this, I'll go ahead and stop. We'll write down on those. So I know that I'm on to circle 1 in regulation next. I'm getting there. We are getting there. 2 stats done today. We did do our saving at the start of the app too to determine if a round was existing. We improved the way the scorekeeping works, improved the way my code works. So positive changes, I think, today. But we definitely got some work to do on these stats. So I think parked and fairway hits are working now. So we got 2 done. But we'll wrap it up there today. As always, thanks to anybody who finds us after the fact. You can leave comments down below. Reach out to me on any of the C1x social media platforms. If you have any comments or questions, just want to say hi, that you're excited about the app. But yeah,